Hey everyone, it's Kristen Goss, aka Goss Boss, and today is all about how to avoid the burnout. We've all been there, maybe burning the midnight oil, feeling like we're spinning our wheels, not getting anywhere, and it can be really frustrating and overwhelming and tiring. Here's some tips on how to avoid that, because we want you to be around for a very long time and we don't want you to burn out and give up. The first tip I have is work when you feel like it, don't when you don't. It's about setting those boundaries and saying, okay, I'm feeling really motivated and passionate right now, so I'm going to work. And that's fine. But if you aren't feeling it, if you're feeling like it's becoming too much of a chore and you're not feeling the passion and the drive, then it's time for a break. I think so often as entrepreneurs, we're conditioned to feel like we have to work 80 hours a week, and that's just not true. You can work part-time hours and be successful in your business. You can work full-time hours and be successful in your business. It's what feels good to you, and it's about setting those boundaries and knowing that it's okay to shut it off and be present in other areas of your life, with your friends, with your family, with your kids. And that is what's most important, and that's going to be how you just avoid that burnout, because you're not going to feel like you constantly have to be working all the time. The second tip is to take either planned or spontaneous breaks from social media. I myself take weekends off most often, unless I have a shoot, then I'll do some BTS and kind of take people along for the journey. But for the most part, I'm not posting, I'm not worried about posting, I'm just taking that time to enjoy with my husband and my kids. The compare game can be crippling. It can be a constant flow of content where you just are comparing yourself to others in your industry or around you in your area. And that is another way that you can just burn out, because you feel like you're constantly in competition. So take those breaks from social media. If you have to, put it in your calendar. Maybe you can't take weekends off. Maybe you're in an industry like me where you work weekends sometimes. So you want to be present and visible on social media. But maybe you say to yourself, okay, I'm setting a reminder on my phone that every night at 7 o'clock, I power down, I put it somewhere in a drawer away from where I am so that I can be present in other areas of my life. And I think that will really help with feeling overwhelmed. Okay, the third tip that I have to avoid burnout is to outsource. When I sent this information over to my assistant Paige and she was reading through it, she just got so excited and she was like, oh my gosh, you love outsourcing. And really, I do. But please understand that that wasn't an option for me always. When I first started my business, I needed every penny to come back into our household income. But as my business grew and I started to make more money, I realized that I needed to outsource the things that weren't lighting me up and that I wasn't passionate about, because I felt like I was wasting too much time on those things and I wasn't focused on the creative aspects of my business and how I could really grow and scale. And this can be outsourcing in your business, that can, with bookkeeping, social media, design. It can also be in your personal life too. And at some point I decided that I didn't want to spend my weekends cleaning my house. And so I decided to hire a cleaning lady to come into our house once a month, and she would do a deep clean. And while I could keep up with it week to week, she was going to do that deep clean, and I was going to be able to spend more time with my family. I really want you to think about the areas in your business and your personal life that you feel like you're wasting too much time on and you're not passionate about. And what can you outsource? What can you give to someone else who is an expert and could do them more efficiently and honestly enjoy them more? So this is another great way to avoid burnout. If you have any additional tips on how to avoid burnout that you practice in your daily life, whether it's personal or business, send me a message. I'd love to hear them.